Sanjay Shah is here, online classes and online class today, history and civics. Today I will start the chapter 2, the Vedic period. Vedic period or Vedic age 1500 BC to 500 BC is the period in the late Bronze Age and early Iron Age of the history of India. When the Vedas were composed in the northern Indian subcontinent between the end of the urban Indus Valley civilization and a second urbanization which began in the central Indo-Gangetic plain. 600 plain 600 BC, the Vedas are liturgical texts which formed the basis of the influential Brahmanical ideology which developed in the Kuru kingdom, a tribal union of several Indo-Aryan tribes. The Vedas contain details of life during this period that have been interpreted to be historical and constitute the primary sources for understanding the period. These documents, alongside the corresponding archaeological record, allows for the evolution of the Indo-Aryan and Vedic culture to be traced and inferred. The Vedas were composed and orally transmitted with precision by speakers of an old Indo-Aryan language who had migrated into the northwestern regions of the Indian subcontinent early in this period. The Vedic society was patriarchal and patrilineal. Early Indo-Aryans were a late Bronze Age society centered in the Punjab, organized into tribes rather than kingdoms, and primarily sustained by a pastoral way of life. Around 1500 to 1000 BC, the Aryan culture spread eastward to the fertile western Ganges plain. Iron tools were adapted in this age, which allowed for clearing of forest and the adoption of a more settled agricultural way of life. The second half of the Vedic period was characterized by the emergence of towns, kingdoms, and a complex social differentiation distinctive to India and the Kuru kingdoms. Orthodox sacrificial ritual. During this time, the central Ganges plain related but non-Vedic Indo-Aryan culture, Magadha. The end of the Vedic period witnessed the rise of true cities and large states called Mahajanapadas as Sramana movements, including Jainism and Buddhism, which challenged the Vedic orthodox. Sources, literary sources. The word Veda is derived from the Sanskrit root Vid, means to know, which means knowledge. Secondly, the Hindus considered the Vedas to be and give them the title of Aparasya, that means not made by man, and Nitya, eternal. It is contended that wrote under inspiration from God. The Vedas are said to have been passed from one generation to the other through verbal transmission and are therefore also known as Shruti, to hear or revelation. The term Vedic literature means the four Vedas and their Samhitas, and the allied literature based on or derived from the Vedas. The Vedic literature can be classified into the following categories. So these categories, four categories: Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yadur Veda, and Atharva Veda, their Samhitas. So Brahmanas attached to each Samhita, Aranyaka, and Upanishada. Samhitas. The four Vedas, the Rig Veda is the oldest religious text in the world. The Rig Veda consists of 1017 hymns, suktas that is, and supplemented by 11 others called Kilyas. It is divided into 10 books or mandates. Of these, book 2 and 3, which are also known as the on account of their composition or perception being ascribed to certain families of sages. Book or Mandala 2 by Gritsamada, Book 3 by Mitra, Book 4 by Vamadev, Book 5 by Atri, Book 7 by Vasistha are commonly regarded as early, whereas Book 1 and 8 to 10 are regarded as late. Book 8 attributed to the family of Rishi Kanva, and Book 9 contains the Soma hymns. The 10th mandala contains the famous Purusha Sukta, which explains that the four varnas, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, were born from the mouth, arms, thighs, and feet of the creators, respectively. Rig Veda is purely a religious work, and most of the hymns are all invocations to the gods. These were recited at the time of sacrificial rites and other rituals with utmost devotion. Sam Veda, derived from the root Saman, that is, melody, is a collection of melodies, also called the Book of Chants. The origins of Indian music are traced to it. It contains of 1810 or 1549 hymns. If one omits the repetitions, with the exception of 75 hymns, the rest of have been taken from the Rig Veda and are meant to be sung in the time of the Soma sacrifice by a special class of Brahmanas called Udgat. Yadur Veda, or the Book of Sacrificial Prayers, is a ritual text consists of various mantras or hymns for the purpose of recitation and rules to be observed at the time of sacrifice. In contrast to the first two, Rig Veda and Sam Veda, was entirely, this is in both verse and prose. There are two main texts of Yadur Veda: Krishna Yadur Veda, that is black, and Shukla Yadur Veda, it is. The Krishna Yadur Veda is the older of the two. Not only the hymns but also prose commentaries, and the Shukla Yadur Veda contains only the hymns. Yajurveda is primarily a guide for the use of the Adhvaryu priest. The white Yajurveda consists of four samhitas, that is, the Kathaka, Kapisthaya, Katha, Maitraya, Niyat, Taittiriya Samhitas. But the white Yajurveda was only the Vajrasanya Samhita. The Atharva Veda is entirely different from the other three Vedas and is the latest of all. It contains charms and spells in verse to ward of evils, towards evil and diseases. Believed to be the work of non-Aryans, its content throw light on the beliefs and practices of Aryans. It is divided into two parts, Paipalada and Sonaka. This Veda is divided into kandas or books and has 711 hymns. So here the hymns contains in this Veda deals with magic and charm. Most of the hymns are taken from the Rig Veda. Besides the power of spirits, the hymns dealt with Gyan, knowledge, karma, that is action, and upasana, the invocation. Some hymns also dealt with medicine for the treatment of various diseases.